Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. And starting today, tonight, we're going to be doing two finales. Right in front of me is the last episode of Scotch and Rye, and then we move on to the Reverend I Am Jolly stuff, spin-off show, and then it will be the finale of Bottom, which I'm not excited about. I can't believe that it's the end of the show, because you guys, you know, how quick have we got through Bottom? Like, really quick, but I've been trying to make it last because it's just so good. It's fantastic. I mean, I already said it in the last episode. It's the funniest comedy I've ever watched. The best comedy. In terms of how funny it is. Not the best TV show, that'll always be Only Fools and Horses, but in terms of comedy, it's the best comedy that I've watched. So, the finale of that will be coming up this week, possibly tomorrow or the day after. Right now we're doing the final episode of Scotch and Rye, another fantastic show. And then as we get through the week, once we've finished these two shows, I'm going to start integrating the three new shows that have been voted for by you, my patrons. So, basically we're replacing the three shows that have been voted for. They are replacing Gimme Gimme Gimme, Bottom and Scotch and Rye. And those shows are On the Buses, Blackadder and Keeping Up Appearances. So as we get through the week, I'm going to start integrating those into the content schedule gradually. I'll probably start with Blackadder because it's the one that you guys have mentioned the most. No one's really said anything about Keeping Up Appearances or On the Buses, but I've seen a few comments about Blackadder, so we'll probably start with that one first. Yeah. Also, we're still going with the pilot series. I did the first episode of a medical drama last night on the Patreon, and I'm also going to be doing the pilot episode of another show this week. I'm not going to tell you which, but it is medical related. It's set in the 1950s. It's a British TV show, and that's all I'm going to tell you. And I think that's it. Yeah. So, we'll get into this, and, sadly, wave goodbye to Scotch and Rye and Ricky Fulton. But at least I've got a bit of a spin-off to enjoy with him. Anyway, let's go.
Yo, I give you 5, I give you 10, I give you plastic. Right, yo, ho, I give you personalized pen, I give you polybag, I give you calculator. Right, ho, yo, I give you...
Just gonna open a safe.
He's getting robbed. Hey!
What'll I do when I'm released from prison?
Tony!
Well, after the money for my painting exhibition comes through, I'm hoping that the advance royalties on my poetry anthology will allow me to start a film adaptation of my latest book.
Oh, yes. What's it called?
Crime Doesn't Pay.
But books do, so I'm writing a book.
I've had a wonderful
It's my last hope.
experience in expressive vision. I had these new glasses made in under an hour.
That's good, I like that. Specsavers adverts outtakes.
This is the 1 o'clock news from the BBC with Watty Burke.
From Watty Burke.
With Watty Burke.
Watty Burke. What a Burke.
Hello, good afternoon. The BBC has
What a Burke.
strongly denied further claims from the Conservative Party that their coverage of the political scene is biased. In a statement issued today, a spokeswoman declared that those concerned with news and current affairs may hold their own political views, but they, and most especially those whose responsibility it is to read the news, would never, under any circumstances, reveal any personal prejudice. In a heated exchange today, Labour leader Neil Kinnock said that the Labour Party had had another leak. Mr. Ted Heath He said that he had the same problem but took pills for it.
Oh, right. Oh, leak.
Leader of the SDL, the SDP, Paddy Ashdown,
Paddy Ashdown
said he could confirm that there had been leaks on his side of the house, and as evidence pointed to several puddles on the floor. Michael Foot refused to comment. Shadow Trade and Industry Minister Mr. Gordon Brown insisted that the
future Prime Minister and lifelong arsehole. Do you remember Gordon Brown? He was the definition of useless, wasn't he? Like, you couldn't even call him a useful idiot. He was just useless, full stop. How the fuck he got voted in, I'll never know. We think Rishi Sunak's bad. Just remember, there was once upon a time when we had somebody called Gordon Brown running this country.
Trade and Industry Minister, Mr. Gordon Brown, insisted that the country was still in recession. In reply, Chancellor Norman Lamont declared emphatically, "'Tisn't." Shadow Scottish Secretary Donald Dewar, in a fiery speech, said, several times.
Several times.
West Lothian MP, Mr. Tam Diel,
Okay. They need to do the news like this when they're doing political... When they're doing the political segment. Yeah. Please, they've got to do it like this. Just take the piss out of every single person they mention.
P. Mr. Tam Diel, interrupted to ask why the Belgrano had been sunk. Mr. Michael Heseltine was so infuriated that he threw Mr. Colin Moynihan at him.
Threw him at him?
Deputy Leader... I'll read that again. Deputy Labour Leader Roy Hattersley leapt to his feet to say... The Deputy Speaker said she would accept a cup of coffee when it was ready.
Oh, did I miss something then?
Mr. Hattersley became so impassioned at this that he inadvertently broke wind. Mrs. Thatcher declared it was the best speech Mr. Hattersley had ever made.
Best speech ever.
Prime Minister, Mr. John Major...
Oh, John Major.
thought that enough was enough and proposed a recess to allow the air to clear. And that was the 1 o'clock news. Oh, here's a bit of late news just come in.
Oh.
The BBC regrets to announce the imminent departure of that well-loved newsreader, Mr. Watty Burke.
He just got fired on air! You know, it's those sketches where it's just Ricky on his own that it just makes me scratch my head how he's not more well known. You know, how is he not a British comedy legend and he's just a Scottish comedy legend? I'd never heard of this guy before I started doing YouTube. Never heard of him. But I should have done, and so should many other people. He's brilliant. Oh my God, he's got the physical comedy ability in his face of, like, Rowan Atkinson. He's got the timing, the perfect comedic timing of Ronnie Barker. He's Scottish. That makes people funnier just on its own. You know, oh my God, he deserves so much more not fame, not something superficial like fame, but what's the word? You know, like, he deserves to be more of a household name amongst British people rather than just Scottish people. Because I bet if I went into my town centre tomorrow and asked 100 people, have you heard of David Jason, have you heard of so-and-so, and then if I say, have you heard of Ricky Fulton, I bet no one would say, oh yeah, I've heard of him, you know? And it's a shame. He deserves so much more recognition. He's hilarious. You know, if these reactions to Scotch and Rye achieve anything, I hope it's that a couple of English people watch it that have never watched Scotch and Rye, but they know my channel or they know me. You know, people that actually know me and think, oh, I'll give it a watch anyway, and they end up enjoying it, and then they watch it, you know, enjoy Ricky, and then pass the word on. Because he deserves it. He was fantastic. Peter Toss!
Good evening. Well, a quiet start to the day for most of us tomorrow. There'll be clear skies above Glasgow until about mid-morning when it will be hit by a massive meteorite. There's going to be shock waves from this, and I think we could well see some earthquakes in Lanarkshire. So, an unsettled start to the day there. Towards mid-morning, the Earth's crust will split wide.
Yeah, a meteor in Glasgow and earthquakes in Lanarkshire. Yeah, bits of I'd say that is a bit of an unsettled start to the day. Jesus!
The day there. Towards mid-morning, the Earth's crust will split wide open and much of the northwest...
Good morning, Scotland. This is your weather. Before mid-morning, the weather in Scotland will be reminiscent of Japan and fucking Mercury.
of Scotland will disappear into the sea. So a wet day in prospect there. Orkney will be partially swallowed, leaving Kirkwall. Cromarty will largely disappear, leaving Dingwall. And Rockall will disappear, leaving... not very much to speak of.
F-all, is that what he was going to say? Fuck all, yeah.
Moving to central regions now, and about lunchtime I think we can expect to see a massive volcanic eruption in the Cairngorms.
What?
So it could be pleasantly warm there for a time.
That's a good joke at yourselves, Scotland. The only way it's ever going to be warm in Scotland is if there's a volcanic eruption.
Things will soon change, though, as clouds of volcanic ash and dust spread across the country, blotting out the sun and leading to a new ice age. So a wee tip for gardeners, don't put your geraniums out just yet. Most of southern Scotland will have trouble from the big freeze, while northern Scotland will be troubled by the wee freeze as usual.
The wee freeze!
Towards late afternoon, Kilmarnock will be hit by the full force of Hurricane Senga. And about 5 minutes later, Edinburgh will be hit by the full force of Kilmarnock.
Kilmarnock! That must be a football reference. And about 5 minutes later, Edinburgh will be hit with the full force of Kilmarnock.
Kirkcaldy will be visited by a plague of frogs. Pittenweem will be visited by a plague of locusts. And even worse, Blair Gowrie will be visited by Jimmy McGregor.
I don't even know what that is, but, you know, it's just, you know, the variety. Oh, God. It's not just great acting, it's the writing as well. Oh, what does it say? Summary. Hurricanes, volcanoes, tidal waves, meteors, earthquakes, flooding, plagues and scattered showers.
I'll leave you with tomorrow's summary chat.
Basically, you're gonna die. In association with David Icke. Why is that funny? Oh, David Dick. Right.
Darling.
So we had Pratt, Toss, and Dick. they're the news team.
But these 2 hot water bottles you put in the bed have got cold.
Get your hands off my bum.
I love those little sketches.
I didn't know you had dandruff.
I didn't know you had stitches.
Okay then.
Oh, good morning. Can I help you? Right, have you got one of these? I think so. No, I mean, have you got a decent one? Oh, aye. What's it for? It's for an old bike that I'm building in the shed. My grandfather left me his will. Your grandfather left you a shed in his will? No, he left me an old bicycle in his will.
Well, he left it home.
It's in a terrible state.
Will it be legal then?
What?
The will. If it's in a terrible state, it might not be legal, you know.
It's not a will. It's a bicycle. It's in a terrible state.
Oh, it's a bike, it's a bike.
Aye.
It's a bike.
So have you got one of these?
Ah, I've got one of these. One of the other ones as well.
No, not a finger. A crank. Have you got a crank?
Oh, a crank. Yeah, well, wait, we'll have a look, eh?
Oh God.
My grandfather was a champion bicyclist.
Bicyclist.
He won a British Empire medal for it. King George gave him it.
King George. Did you know?
No, we don't get many kings in here.
I bet.
Oh, the king, my grandfather.
Jesus.
Was he a kind of tall man with a big bushy white beard and a kind of stoop?
Aye,
No, I never knew him.
I've never been in a bike before. So, I suppose I'll get a sore bum. But
Yeah.
once I've painted it sky blue, I'm going to tour Scotland.
Don't say your bum. You're gonna paint your bum sky blue.
What the hell do you want to do that?
Here it comes.
Paint your bum sky blue.
I'm going to paint my bum sky blue.
What colour are you going to paint it?
I'm going to paint it any colour. It's a bike. It's a bike. I'm going to paint sky
What's
blue.
the bite? There you are. That is the last one in the show.
What do you want for it?
Oh, I'd want 2,000 for the fixtures and fittings. Maybe something for the goodwill.
No, the show. A crank. What do you want for a crank?
Oh, the crank. Ah, well, make us an offer.
A dear fiver. That is very dirty.
I don't want any dirty fivers. You know, got a clean one?
No. I bought a clean tenner.
Well, that'll do then.
Oh, that'll do then.
Fiver and cheap.
Oh, I was just about to say suddenly because it's clean, the price has jumped by £5, but he said I'll give you a fiver change.
Here's your tenner.
Here's your fiver,
Here's your crank.
and there's yours.
Thanks very much.
He threw the money.
Oh dear.
Right, do you know what that is? That sketch that we've just seen, that is Scotland's Four Candles. That is exactly what was going through my mind throughout that entire sketch. Four Candles, except it was reversed. It was the shopkeeper that was the idiot, and the customer was the one that was, you know, kind of knew what he was doing, sort of thing, yeah? That was brilliant. You know, with the customer getting frustrated because he kept getting it wrong. That was fantastic. In fact, do you know what? I'm seriously struggling. I'm seriously considering comparing the two. That holds up against Four Candles. That was seriously good. I think I'm going to have to put that to a vote, you know, on YouTube. Look out for it on the community tab later on tonight. We're going to have a vote on that. Which was better, Four Candles or that? Because that was brilliant. Seriously funny that was.
This is how they crush the grapes in the south of France. This is what you have to do if you want to get every little drop of alcohol out. So come on, get crushed.
The crushing beer cans. Those little sketches that barely last 10 seconds, they're brilliant.
Next case.
All Aloysius McGlinchey. All Aloysius McGlinchey.
What's going on? It's like Mr. Bean in, where does he do that? Oh, where does he do that? He sat down somewhere. Oh, I don't know.
Order! Order!
Oh, just a half pint for me. Oh, beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon.
I said silence.
I do apologise. We touched the dry boat there.
We touching the dry book there.
McGlinchey.
I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that might intimidate myself.
You're charged that on the afternoon of the 12th of October, during a friendly match between Partick Thistle and Internationale Rachel, that you did with malice aforethought strike a Partick Thistle player with a projectile.
Ah, well, it wasn't a projectile, it was a pie.
Oh wait, it wasn't a projectile, it was a pie. Oh god. Hey, that happened recently, didn't it? Was it I think it was a Champions League match. Someone threw a coin at a player's head, taking a corner, and it hit him. And he started bleeding. It's not good. No, you shouldn't laugh. I don't think they've even found the person that did it yet. Because it was a big... was it Real Madrid? Yeah, good luck finding the culprit in a crowd of 90,000 people.
Pie, a Firhill pie. Or is it sometimes known as Jerry McNee?
Why would a pie be known as a Jerry McNee?
Because they're both full of mince.
I'm guessing Jerry McNee's gay or something. Right. Why would a pie be known as a Jerry McNee? Because they're both fully mince.
In simple terms, Your Honour, the accused hit a footballer with a Firhill pie. The charge is therefore assault with a deadly weapon.
Assault with a deadly weapon? Why? Who was cooking the pie? Fucking Richie out of bottom.
Away, don't talk rubbish. If I'd wanted to hurt the man, I wouldn't have thrown the pie at him. I would have made him eat it.
Could we please just get on with this, please?
Very good, Your Honour. Mr. McGlinchey, where are your briefs?
They're inside my trouser.
Brief.
No, I mean, where is your lawyer?
Oh, my lawyer. Well, as a matter of fact, I was unable to procure the services of an advocate.
An advocate?
Seeing as how I had not applied for Lucas Aid.
I was unable to procure the services of an advocate. Because what?
So I thought maybe, seeing as how I had not applied for Lucas Aid.
Seeing how as I had not applied for Lucas Aid. That's quality. Brilliant bit of wordplay.
So I thought maybe if it was all right for you, Stu, I might conduct my own offence.
Defence.
It is obvious that the accused is incapable of conducting his own defence.
Just a minute, you. Are you trying to make me out to be no compost mental or something?
Compost mentals!
I know what I'm doing. I watch LA Law.
I know what I'm doing. I watch LA Law. Yeah. My grandma used to watch Judge Judy every fucking Sunday morning. But it doesn't mean she can represent herself in the American legal system.
I know what I'm doing. I watch LA Law.
LA Law.
In my opening patter, your lordship, I will expose a gross mismanagement of jaundice. And before I leave this court, I will have proved my impotence.
My impotence!
Your Honour, I object.
Overruled.
There you go, you barrister.
There you go, you man.
You carry on, McKenzie. This I must see.
Well,
Yeah.
first things first,
This I
your
must
lordship. I swear blind to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing like the truth to help my both.
Nothing like the truth.
Now, we'll start with you smart barrister.
Smart barrister! We'll start with you smart barrister.
Just what evidence do you have that I flung a pastry container of mutting at a Firhill player?
I have 3 eyewitnesses.
Three!
3!
Do you mean to tell me the whole of the Partick Thistle supporters coming against me?
Nice little dig at that team. Even Still Game took a dig at Partick Thistle. Ah, like Partick Thistle. What was the joke that led up to that? Can't remember.
All right. Your Worship, in that case, I propose to call a character witness. Call the wife.
Wife. Did he say? Oh!
Take your paws off me, you midden.
Some chick, eh?
Did you shout at us, McGlinchey?
I did, doll. In there. Right, now stand up there and shut your face.
Would you give your name, please?
McGlinchey.
First name?
Mrs.
Your name, McGlinchey. First name, Mrs.
Right, old
Good
doll,
start.
You are to be my character witness. Right?
Oh, aye,
Okay, on you go.
I testify that my husband is a hell of a character. So he is, your worship.
That's enough, beat it.
Hey,
Beat
you
it.
promised me a fiver for doing that.
Don't tell everybody.
May I remind you that this is a court of law, not grab a granny night at Tiffany's.
I will have you, sonny boy. Where's my chib?
My chip!
Here.
Wait a minute.
Let me
Keep hiding under the table, the funny.
Hang on now. Right.
Right.
Now just hold the bus here.
Hold the bus here.
Just let's try and see this in perspex.
Let's try and see this in perspex.
Right, maybe I'm a ignorant yuck. Maybe I have a criminal record. In fact, I've got everything Kayleigh Minogue ever done.
Let's try and see this in perspex.
Maybe I have a criminal record. In fact, I've got everything Kayleigh Minogue ever done.
Maybe I've got a criminal record. In fact, I've got everything Kylie Minogue ever done. Good one.
Okay, so maybe I wandered off the straight and narrow doing again and committed crimes, but maybe I'm ashamed of being caught every time. But I believe in British justice. Innocent until framed guilty.
Innocent until framed guilty.
But however, if it means back to incarceration, back to being the Birdman of Alka-Seltzer, so be it. All I could say is it's a tragic fate to befall a man who is nothing more or less than a victim of circumcision.
More More or less a victim of circumcision. A victim of circumcision.
Aloysius McGlinchey, you may go.
Oh, you
What?
beauty!
Yeah, beauty.
Freedom, you bath!
Your bath.
Nay hard feelings, you fiscal.
Yeah,
You'll be back. I'll get you sooner or later.
Listen, tell me if you don't mind, just what made you think that I could throw this
Oh
pan
no.
here, 30 feet, and hit an intended target?
Just call it intuition.
Oh.
Who's gonna throw it at him?
For the record, and just between you and me, I didn't do that.
Oh. And what did you do?
This.
Wow.
Excuse me, do you do home delivery? Yes. Couldn't see us up the road there.
Alessandro! Alessandro! Come see, come see, come.
What is it?
The new Scotland strip.
Not gonna lie, a couple of seasons ago, Tottenham had either an away kit or a third kit that when you saw it, you were like, the way they've come up with that design is that they've just hung up a white t-shirt and thrown fucking paint at it. Do you remember? Do you remember it? Oh my god, it was weird. It was just like spots, like tiny little dots of different colours. I don't know what they were going for. I think they were trying to make it look like a starry night or something, but it was ridiculous. People really liked it. I thought it was stupid.
There's a program, there's an official program!
I don't know why Tottenham go to effort in making their kits anyway. It's not like they're gonna. It's not like it's gonna be one to be proud of, is it? They're never gonna win or win it.
It's the scarves and flags now. It's your flags and scarves now.
You're turkey, John Lemon!
Don't get touching! That's so. Last call! Who is it? It's the Reverend! I am Jolly! Get in!
Hello.
Hello?
Well, here we are again,
Yeah?
ready to enter this temporal gate we call New Year. Eyes on a new and distant horizon, ready to face whatever challenges life has to offer, our heads held high and our hearts full of hope. What a load of sheer rubbish. It's freezing cold, lashing with rain, howling winds, and there's nothing but Gaelic on the telly.
Nothing but garlic on the telly!
In any case, most of us will be past hearing in a couple of hours. We had a break-in at the manse on Christmas Eve. There's been quite a few recently, and the police have this description of somebody with low self-esteem and whose dreams and ambitions have never been fulfilled. Sort of half man, half Partick Thistle supporter. Well, what's worrying the neighbours is that if he's disturbed, he usually makes mad, passionate love to his victims, no matter what sex they are. So Ephesi and I have been taking it in turns to stay in it now. As luck would have it, of course, we were burgled when we were both out.
Oh!
It was awful. All our beautifully gift-wrapped presents were stolen along with the Christmas tree and the fairy light. Then on Boxing Day, the burglar broke in again and brought back the Christmas tree and the fairyland. Obviously, he couldn't get them to work either. I'd given Ephesia some lovely toilet soap. It was that soap you get for body odour. Oh, marvellous
deodorant?
stuff it was. In less than 3 days, you could smell her a mile away. She gave me some recycled toilet water. She's very conscious of the environment. Well, you have to be when you take up so much of it. She gave me a Black & Decker drill as well and invited me to bore the wall for a change.
Oh, God. She bought me a Black & Decker drill as well and invited me to something the wall for a change.
When you take up so much of it. She gave me a Black & Decker drill as well and invited me to bore the wall for a change.
Bore the wall. For a change.
Ah, well, I don't suppose I should let it upset me. So many great religious men have suffered. Probably the greatest martyr was Job, who maintained his faith in spite of terrible affliction. He was the biggest family business in the land of Uz. It was known as the local Job Centre. But he lost everything. And 3 of his friends came to comfort him. They were the original Job's comforters. I always used to think it was a wee woolly warmer he wore.
What's he doing?
Got to be careful how you say that. Anyway, these friends came, they sat on the ground, they raised their voices and wept and threw dust and stew over their heads. Then they sat with him for 7 days without speaking. And why? Because their mouths were too full of stew. 7 days they couldn't speak. I think I know what to get Ephesia for her birthday.
Oh, right. Stuart, keep it quiet. Very good. I never brought to mind.
Should all acquaintance be forgot, or all lang syne, so here.
It's a Masonic lodge, is it?
Nurse, forceps. Will you give me the bloody forceps, woman?
Sir James, Nurse Baxter comes from Glasgow.
Tongs your back.
Will you give me the bloody forceps, woman? Nurse James comes from Glasgow, sir. Oh. Tongs, you bastard! That's the end. Tongs, you bastard! I love that. Oh, God. Well, there you go. That is officially the end of Scotch and Rye. Oh, dear. Yeah, what a great episode to end with. Eh? That was fantastic. There's a thing here, very best of, but, you know, we've seen it. We've seen everything, so there's not much point, is there? But, yeah. Oh, I'm going to miss this so much. It's such a good sketch show. It's just one of them comedies it never lets you down. You know, whatever mood you're in when you watch it, you're guaranteed to laugh, because Ricky Fulton, he just has that effect on people. As soon as he starts doing his thing on this, you're laughing, whether you like it or not. You are gonna laugh. And in terms of all the stuff that I've done on the channel up to now, this is definitely up there with the funniest. It really is. I mean, it's got everything that I want in a comedy. It's quick pace, you know, like the tiny little 10, 15, 20-second sketches in between the longer ones. That's, you know, that's really preferable to me, rather than padding the runtime with useless dialogue or throwaway lines during the long sketches. Why not just put a few very, very short sketches in between the longer ones? Because then you get more laughs, you know, it makes it funnier, a more enjoyable comedy experience. Yeah, I really appreciate that they went with that instead of just padding the script and then padding the runtime via that method. Because that's just, frankly, lazy, if you ask me. If that's how you're going to pad your running time, by just adding more words, anybody can do that. But no, they actually went to the effort of just including more comedy, writing more comedy, coming up with more sketches, more ideas. And it's so clear the talent of the people writing this is boundless. I mean, it really is just fantastic. And I'm going to miss it so much. And I know I keep saying it, but I just can't believe people like Ricky Fulton just aren't massive, you know? I know in Scotland he's a legend. He's an OBE, so he's been recognised by the royal family. But I bet if I asked the average English person, if I just said to an average Englishman, Ricky Fulton, what does that name mean to you? They'd say, I don't know. You know? And that ain't right. To me, that's not right. I'm trying to find the writer. The writers who wrote it. Included material from London-based writers, including rejected scripts for the two Ronnies. Yep, I've heard of that. It was just brilliant. I am going to miss it. But, you know, we have got a bit of a spin-off to move on to, so it's not the end. But because we've finished Scotch and Rye, now I want you all to anything that you know exists related to this show, with Ricky especially, tell me about it, because I want to do it. I want to see anything that he's done linked to this. So I know there's the Reverend, the I Am Jolly spin-off show, but if any other characters, anything to do with this at all, tell me about it. And also Ricky Fulton himself, I'm going to want to work my way through his filmography a little bit, if I can. Where is it? Have I seen his bit? I don't know if I can remember seeing. Yeah. Jolly, a man for all seasons. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Jolly, a life. It's a jolly life. Looks like I've got plenty to look forward to then. Yes. Oh, that's going to be good. He lasted... Yeah, that was his last work in 1999. Jesus. Bless him. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do now. He didn't really do much today, it's a shame. You were in 8.5. Oh, Mum, I've heard of that. And Bergerac, I've heard of that. But anyway, yeah, so we have now officially finished. Oh, and Francie and Josie. I remember a lot of people mentioning that when we were doing this series, like, really regularly. I will do that in the future, don't worry. Francie and Josie, we'll get to that, I promise. Don't worry about that. Yeah, we will. Yes, we will, don't worry. So, that's officially the end of Scotch and Rye. I want to thank everybody who's, you know, been a part of this and liked, commented, and been commenting, you know, the little bits about it. That episode where, I think it was where he was dressed up as an Indian, and one of the jokes was linked to something that happened that I didn't see, but the people, the live audience that were there watching filming would have seen, and so they were on the joke, but I wasn't. You know, everything like that. Just people that have done that. Thank you. And thanks to whoever suggested this in the first place. It was that long ago, I can't remember, but whoever it was, thank you. Because this is one of the best sketch shows I've ever seen in my life. I would put it up there with things like, you know, Come Fly With Me, Little Britain, stuff like that. But yeah, it's the end. Sad day, but we've got the jolly. We've got plenty more jolly to come. So, yep, keep an eye out for that in the near future. It won't start straight away, because don't forget we're starting 3 brand new shows pretty soon. So, but it will happen. So, again, thank you to everybody who's watched this and been a part of it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are a new viewer, and come and check out the Patreon as well. You can get a 7-day free trial of any tier apart from the $1 a month tier. And what I'm trying to do is encourage as many people as possible to just take the free 7-day trial, but not sign up. Just, you know, take 7 days of the Patreon free. What have you got to lose? And then at least you'll get access to all the new stuff that's on Patreon that you can't get on YouTube yet. So, you know, the pilot series, Trial 3, is now available. Mind Your Language, Not Going Out, Father Ted, Bad Education, The Young Ones is a lot, well, not Going Out, yep, and Pentatonic stuff as well, you know, stuff like that. So just come and take advantage of that. You know, you can watch a lot of content in a week, so why not? What have you got to lose, eh? And if you do end up enjoying it, it's only going to cost you, what, £1.20 a month? What does $2 work out to now? We're in a recession, so it's not going to be much, is it? It's going to be less than it was about a week ago. We've just gone into recession now. It's probably about £1.40, £1.50 a month. Not a week, a month. So, what? Not even 50p a week. It's nothing, is it, really? So if you can manage to do that financially, then go ahead. But just take the 7-day free trial. It's definitely worth your time. It's a week of exclusive content for free. You're British. Don't pretend that you don't like free stuff. We all do. We go mad for free shit, us Brits. So, yep, I'm going to go now. Leave you to enjoy this. Well, it's the end of the video now, so I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one. So, until then, take care. Goodbye.